Welcome to my channel. It's about
accessibility,
adventure,
family, laughter, memories.
one lake at a time.
Hey everybody. Well, this intro is going to be a little bit different as I'm filming at my office. This past weekend was a real eye-opener for me. If anybody really knows me, they know that one of my true loves is the North Shuswap, and especially my friends out at Twin Cedars. We used to have a cabin there for 25 years, so it holds a very special place in my heart. This past weekend, I had the opportunity to go out there and take the trailer and Lisa and Kenzie and go see my friends, knowing it was going to be tough seeing all the fire damage out there. So I wanted to do just a quick synopsis of the fire damage and then show some pictures of what exactly happened out there.
The Lower East Adams Lake bushfire started July 12th from a lightning strike. By the next day, it was already at 25 hectares. The fire grew for all of July, but it was going north, so nobody was really worried. Well, that all changed on August 18th when the winds switched directions and blew towards North Shuswap, Scotch Creek. On August 18th, the community was evacuated. They weren't even put on alert, they were straight to evacuation. Now, if anybody knows the North Shuswap, they know there's only one bridge in and out, and the fire was directly in its path, so they had to take old logging roads to get out, going hours and hours through roads that have been deactivated and not made for that much traffic. Seeing the damage this weekend was very humbling. There was cars melted to just piles of goo. Houses that once stood proud and had tons of laughter in the background were just a pile of dust. Forests where you look in the forest that used to be just dark with trees and everything is now just sticks. It was quite humbling to see and just extremely sad. It was like a bomb went off. That would be the best description. So the videos you're going to see is both on the road, and then my friends out at Twin Cedars took us out on the boat to see it from the water, which was extremely rough seeing it coming down the mountain in the pass the fire took. Some areas there was untouched, and then right next to it the neighbor's house was just obliterated. It was extremely hard to see, but I had to see it with my own eyes. I'm glad I did now, as the pictures that I've seen in the videos didn't show it justice, so I suspect mine aren't going to show it today, but I wanted to make sure I documented it. My goal is later on to do a huge documentary. I've been gathering videos and pictures as they get posted on Facebook, but today's is just a rough overview, as I wanted to show everybody what Twin Cedars looked like. But getting to Twin Cedars meant going through this huge bomb zone. Enjoy the video. Thank you.
Hey guys, so I thought I'd show you where I'm camping for the weekend here. I'm just in the boathouse across from where our old cabin used to be. I actually was just talking to the owners of it. Really, really nice people. So I'm going to send Rudy up and I'll get some pictures of this area. I don't think you'll be able to see the fire from here. I'll pick up Rudy tomorrow and go more closer to the fire, and then we're also going on a boat ride this afternoon to get a view from the lake, so I'll also take you guys up for there. So I hope you guys enjoy it. That's what our trailer looks like, and I've got Shrek over here. Shrek's having some issues affects me a little grumpy. So not starting, boosting, all those little fun things. So never a dull moment. But thanks so much, and we'll continue on this journey.
As you pull up past the Squil Bridge, you're immediately confronted with the burnt down gas station. Past the burnt down gas station, there's just sticks of where the fire was. On the left side here is all green because that's where the fire helicopters landed and took off, plus their fire camps. There's these signs all the way down the highway thanking the fire department and welcome back to the Shuswapians, they're called it. It's really, really moving to see. Other places there's green trees. It's completely bizarre to see. I took Rudy up to get a better visual shot. You can see where the trees are green and then the arms just reach out. It's like God reached out in certain sections. Then there's burnt sections and then there's perfect lines across the soil. It really was incredible to see, and taking Rudy up sees a totally different side of things. The mountain behind there is where it crossed over. They call it Little River. So between the two major lakes, Little Shuswap and Big Shuswap, it jumped the river and then burnt that mountain. There's a bridge there that crosses. It's called the Squil Bridge, and the Squil Bridge is made out of concrete, luckily, so it didn't burn. That lake in the background there is Little Shuswap. It's just dust between the trees. It's really eerie to look between the trees and see it. I'm told that a lot of those trees will be savable, though. It actually does the sawmills a favor because it takes the bark off for them, so the wood's still available. Now, as you get closer to the city of Scotch Creek, more and more signs appear. It's pretty incredible to see people's houses that burnt down, but yet there's thank you signs in front of the burnt down structure. Just appreciate what they've got. This area here we used to call Deer Run, so there used to be deers that would run between the trees. Now I slowed down this next part because this bridge was really a key part in the fire. The bridge is a one-way bridge and it's made of wood, and there's a slight picture of it on a better day, and there was a huge fight to keep the bridge because that's the only way out is across that bridge. So what the fire department did is they installed sprinklers on the bridge to keep it wet at all times, to keep the wood wet because the fire was coming so fast through there. Unfortunately, the first set of sprinklers were stolen off this bridge, and they had to put another set on. If that bridge would have burnt down, there's a picture of what the bridge looked like with the sprinklers on it. The whole community would have been completely stranded for a very, very, very long time. You can see it's just old wood. It's almost a relic, and it's a one-way bridge. Now, the city of Scotch Creek really took a hit during this whole time, as the fire almost came directly at it. I'd almost call it ground zero, the way things hit in here. Signs everywhere thanking the fire department and Shuswap strong, which is pretty incredible words to say. You can see where lands on the left are completely fine, and it just jumped right off the highway for whatever reason. It's pretty evident the people that fought the fire stayed back and were called criminals there for a while. Saved a lot of buildings. Coming up here on the left-hand side is where the bottle depot used to be, and it's just a mush of cans. The owner's actually living out of a trailer, still trying to provide business. On the right there is where the fire department used to be. I do a full thing of the fire department later on the video. On the left there used to be a really good pizza shop that burnt down, and they've recently announced they're not going to rebuild. There's the Scotch Creek Fire Department before it burnt down. It was an old building, but not historic or anything like that, and that's what it looks like today, just a pile of dust and burnt trees around it. Really goes to show you the firefighters are out in the community. This place here was a whole bunch of childhood memories. Jack Frost ice cream. I know it looks like a sketchy building, but it was a really nice place to get ice cream, and that's what it looks like now, just a pile of mush. All you have is memories in your head, but the next generation won't know about these memories. As we venture off the road, we're going to take Scott's boat into the community and show what it looks like from the waterfront. So driving down the lake here, Scott, the driver there, a good friend of mine, is pointing out where the fire is coming down the hills. The section that we call it is the birdhouses. There used to be houses that just kind of hung on the side of the mountain. They've been there forever. And of course, they're all burnt except for one. Scott's talking about all the people that he used to know in those places and how their boats are still sitting out in the lake with no cabin attached at all. You can see the brown and black up on the hills there. That's where the fire crested coming down towards the water. But then you can also see the green trees. It's the weirdest thing, you know. It's Mother Nature. She misses sections and then she comes back. It's getting a little bit rough in here because there is a lot of people coming to look at the damage. We were trying to be extremely sensitive to people losing their houses here. We didn't play any music, and we were all calm. We didn't even let Kenzie swim there because we thought, you know, it wasn't appropriate. But you can see where it crested the mountain and just started heading back down. This area here is called Talana. There's a school right there, and they were saying that the firefighters worked so hard to save the school because they knew that if the school went, they wouldn't rebuild it because there just isn't enough kids out there. Incredible stories. Scott's wife there in front, Sue, she works for the fire department, and she was in the fire hall the day it burned. The stories that she's got is just incredible. Such respect for everything that she did, does for the community. You know, I've heard people talking about, oh, these are just vacation homes and, you know, it's rich people out here. But a lot of these people work their whole life to live out here, and this is their permanent home. Some of these homes won't and can't be rebuilt because they don't meet current code. Some of these cabins, believe it or not, dump their sewage straight into the lake, so that obviously doesn't meet today's codes. So they're gonna have to put septic systems, and the land around it just isn't stable enough to support it. It's extremely sad. They might be able to just put a RV trailer pad, but nothing like they had before. The years and years of family memories here is just, it's mind-blowing. It's funny seeing all these houses. I can hear the people jumping off the docks and all the laughter and people boating around, but not today. It was super quiet, just dust blowing around. The other thing they're worried about is that mountain there behind, because it's so burnt that there's nothing keeping the dirt, so they're gonna have to do like a stability thing, which they're worried it's gonna cause a mudslide onto the highway when it gets rainy and snow, because this area is a huge snow belt. So it's gonna be interesting, and then also very sad all at the same time.
So I'm starting to think that the Shuswap doesn't want me to film it. This is the second time back, and I went to take off Rudy, and I had filming problems with Rudy, and now I brought these brand new mics, and Murphy's Law, they just didn't record my voice. So I'm standing in front of what used to be the old Royal LePage office, also a pizza place, and various other businesses. The pizza place has already said they're never going to reopen. The realtor, I'm guessing, is going to reopen, but it's just a char of metal sitting there. Nothing much left of it at all. It's completely flat. I thought I'd end it right here, as it's kind of a downer on the whole video, but I really wanted to show what was happening in the North Shuswap and the damage that Mother Nature did to this area. I know that this area will recover, maybe not in my generations, but there will be more laughter in the Shuswap. They have a saying out in the Shuswap strong, and I really believe that the community will bounce back. You can actually already see it. Hydro trucks are rolling in, new power poles are going in, tons of vehicles rolling in, repairing their properties. Some won't be able to be rebuilt, but others, new memories will be built again for future generation. So if you ever get a chance to visit North Shuswap, it's a great place to go. It's such a special place for me. Thanks so much for watching this video, and I know it was a little bit longer than our typical one, but I tried cramming all the footage into one video, as I didn't want to carry it through 2 or 3. Anyways, that's it for me. Thank you so much, and remember to do those YouTube things, like, subscribe, and we'll see you on the next one. Thank you.